So your first 2 years at Georgia, you had a lot of passes defended, no interceptions, and it kind of just it seemed like you played the ball more. 4 picks last season. What clicked for you last year to be able to play the ball like you did?
Oh, nah, it was just something more like that I done got comfortable with to where, like, because it was only last year was only my 4th year playing corner. So, like, the first couple of years, I was just more so worried about technique and scheme. And then this past year, throughout the offseason, quarantine, all that stuff, I just made sure, like, I was focusing on ball and all that stuff just to get way more comfortable with it. So, like, I just turned up into a whole nother person to where, like, I was all right. I know for a fact the wide receiver ain't going to catch it. It's time for me to start catching the ball.
Steve McGargy.
Congratulations. I was just wondering how much what you knew about the Packers going into tonight and how much communication you had with them heading into the draft.
I mean, like, we communicated. Like, I know I had a couple Zooms with them, throughout this process and all. But then again, like, with me knowing about Green Bay, I knew for a fact that's like I knew and then Alexander. So like, that's one, like, if not the best corner in the league, if not, like, if he ain't one of the best, he is the best in the league. So like, I just constantly watch him because, like, he's just a dog. So it was just already like I was like, oh man.
Bill Huber.
Hey Eric, I know you've been playing football for a long time, but I know one of the things Kirby said, you became a better football player. When did you feel like you're actually a real SEC football player and just not like a really fast guy playing football?
Oh no! When I had got my shot versus Missouri in 2018 versus Drew Lock and that Missouri team, to where, like, it just showed me from the start. So I was like, okay, then, like, I know for a fact that's, like, pretty much after that game, I was like, okay, I know for a fact that I'm a SEC corner, to where, like, that just showed me, it gave me the confidence, it gave me everything to rock and roll with it. And then later on throughout that season, when we went to get Auburn at home and I got thrown in again, and it was just, like, showed me against another top team, to where, like, okay, then I know for sure, like I'm really good in SEC. And, like, because I'm going against the top level teams and all that stuff, so it gave me the confidence right then and there.
Robin Mosky.
You said you watched Jair Alexander. How does your game compare to his, and what kind of tandem or duo can you guys be?
Oh, I mean, like, just like both. Like, I know for a fact that he's he's hungry to it. Like, he could, like, go out there and fight for every little scrap in the heat and give up anything. And that's just pretty much how I look at myself, to where I'm finna go out there and I'm finna give you everything that I got, because I know for a fact that he's gonna do the same. So just learning from him, doing everything, like, that I can, just, like, being underneath him and all that stuff. Just keep learning and just keep growing as a player. It's just only gonna be better.
Mike Clemens.
Eric, it seemed like watching your highlights the other day, there's a lot of plays where you seem to get into the backfield. As time wore on, did Kirby trust you to go after a running back, a quarterback?
Oh, yeah, like, pretty much at Georgia, we sent a lot of different corner blitzes. So, like, he trusted us. He trusted, like, everything that's going on, to where, like, he knew for the fact that we had speed and that we was going to send pressure. And, like, it didn't matter where at the end of the day, he just trusted you and pretty much completely.
Okay, Burgess.
Eric, what is it about this DB room that has you most excited to join this club?
Oh, pretty much just, like, the experience, to where, like, I know for a fact that I'm pretty much gonna learn a lot from these DBs, to where, like, there's some great ones, and I just can't wait to come in and just, like, pretty much learn everything that I can from them, to where, like, they can go ahead and teach me the ropes, and then we can be pretty much a great secondary.
Wes Hodquist.
Hey, Eric, how did you spend draft night, and just what was your reaction when you got that call from Green Bay?
Pretty much, I just been with people that helped me got here and all this. So, like, just pretty much, like, I'm, like, pretty much in my city with the family, friends, and, like, pretty much that helped me. And then when Green Bay called me, it was just a big smile, and I'm telling everybody to be quiet and all that stuff, because, like, they all screaming, they all already excited and all that stuff. So I'm just trying to tell them to be quiet, keep calm and all that stuff. But it was just a surreal moment.
Lily Zhao.
Hey there, Eric, can you just explain how you got the nickname Dirty Red and how that defines who you are?
So literally gave me a nickname freshman year because we was walking in. I remember it's like back of my head, like pretty much the back of my hand. To where like we was walking in the DB room, and pretty much a lot of people in our DB had their nicknames and stuff, and I didn't have one at the time. So I walked in. Like, I was just walking in one day. He looked at me. He was like, He said, "Do you have a nickname?" I was like, "No." And then he was like, "I'm gonna start calling you Dirty Red." Because like it pretty much my hair, like my natural hair color is like a dirty red type of thing, and he just go ahead and went with that. And then plus like he already knew from the start to where like I'm a grimy person, to where I'm finna go get anything out the dirt, like I'm finna go get it out the mud. So he just perfectly fit up with me.
Scott Grodsky.
Hey, Eric, congratulations. What kind of an impact do you hope to make on the field right away coming in as a rookie? And what type of player really should Packers fans be expecting to see from you?
Oh, you really just finna get a person that's hungrier than ever to where, like, I was always the underdog. I was always the person that was, like people just didn't believe that was here and all that stuff. So, like, they finna get a person that's more hungrier than ever and just come in and just do anything that he can to help out the team. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. Like, I'm finna make sure that I'm finna learn. Like, I'm finna come in, do everything that I can do, and just keep improving as a player because I know for a fact that I really want to help the team win. So I'm gonna do everything in my power to.
Ross
Thank you.
Uglum.
Eric, congratulations. What did you do the most of at Georgia as far as zone and man? And do you prefer one? I mean, do you prefer a coverage? What do you like to play?
I really do. We ran a lot of everything to it. Like we was a man and zone type of team, so you just really didn't know what we was gonna run. Most of it, I felt like, of course, like we did run a lot of press man. So it was one thing, press man, just off man, just didn't matter. Like it was a lot of man. So like just playing man is just like one of the best things. So I can go out there and hold my own versus a wide receiver to it. Like I'm not worried about anything.
Thank you.
Mark Daniels.
Eric, congratulations. You went up against 4 receivers who were taken in the top 20, a couple from Alabama, LSU, Florida. How do you think you held up with those guys, and how do you think that prepared you for what's next?
Oh, man, I feel like I pretty much held my own throughout the whole year, throughout everything, throughout all of them. And then it just helped me even more to where, like, it gave me the confidence. It showed me everything. That's like, okay, I know for a fact that I already done played against, like, NFL-type wide receivers and all this stuff in the SEC. So, like, pretty much I believe that it don't get, like, better from, like, college standpoint than the SEC. So just going against these wide receivers at the end of the day, it just made me go ahead and ready for the NFL. So I know for a fact that, like, I'm already been prepared for this for the past 4 years, so I'm just ready to come in now.
Ryan Wood.
Hey, Eric, obviously your speed's a huge part of your game. What's the fastest 40 time you've ever been clocked at? And what was it like for you? What did you have to learn to kind of harness this track speed that you had and put that on the football field?
The fastest one I done recorded was 4.25 in pro day. And, the hardest thing was for me from, like, just coming in from the start as a freshman coming into college was just, like, I remember Coach Shu pulled me aside after freshman year. He was like, he was telling me, like, just worry about your technique. Like, just focusing on your technique so you don't got to use speed, like, that you don't got to open the game to start turning this into a track meet. Because, like, that was on my first year playing corner 4 years ago. So, like, I didn't know. Like, I was just out there trying to run and do all this other stuff. So, like, when I started hollering on my technique to where I don't like using my speed, I don't like running full speed because, like, that just means, like, something's going wrong. I try to haul in on my technique more than ever because, like, they just go ahead and save you energy, save you everything. So, like, just hauling on my technique because, like, technique save a lot of things. So, like, that's one of the biggest things that I had to realize. So just keep working your technique, just keep working on your crowd, and, like, your speed will always be there. But just don't rely on your speed.
Andy Herman.
Yeah, just wondering if there is a corner in the NFL that you model your game after.
I used to model it after Stephon Gilmore because, like, that was just one of the biggest things to where, like, his man-to-man, like, off-man, person-man, it really didn't matter to where, like, he was one of the best, and his IQ for the game, it just way beyond to where, like, it's just beyond crazy.
Eric, sorry, didn't mean to chase you away. Congratulations on being drafted tonight. You mentioned your experience a little bit with some other positions in the secondary, and you talked a little bit about how you wanted to hone in on your technique and not just rely on your speed and everything. What else did playing other positions teach you about just kind of the overall what it is to be a defensive back?
Oh man, just like really just help you, like it just helped you out with just learning leverage, just learning scheme to like you weren't learning help that to where like it just like boosted up your IQ to where like you just didn't think of things. So like you just start understanding different things to where like, okay, man, I see this, I see that, and I see when I'm not supposed to get beat at in this coverage, but then again in this coverage, like this is the weakness of this and all this. It just started helping you realize to where like the more that you move around and the more that you just start figuring out more different things, it just helps you understand and just focus in on different things that you just didn't know that you can do.
And we'll end with Chancellor Johnson.
Hey, Eric, congratulations. I know you touched on it earlier on, saying you knew about Jair, but as a Southern kid coming from Georgia, how much do you know about the Green Bay area?
Pretty much. I know for a fact that y'all call it the frozen tundra. So I know that for a fact, just coming from a Georgia kid. And just something to it. I know like y'all they got some diehard fans to it. Like I know they go ride or die, and then like pretty much of course you can't forget about Cheesehead to it. Like that's one of the biggest things that I would never forget. Cheesehead. So like I know for a fact that they fans for the ride, and then they gonna have the cheese. Like bro, they gonna have that cheese on their head for sure.